Hello YouTube, it's Craig with CasWorks Woodworking. I just completed this very simple live edge coffee table for a friend. Let's get to it. I started out by cutting the slab down to a rough length with my track saw. This was not the easiest process. I had some challenges here as I think I was taking too much, and as you'll be able to see here with this next pass, that it started to bind on me. Trying to get that track saw out was a pain. I finally did it, but I kind of changed my format a little bit to take shallower passes. Oh, let the binding begin. This was not pretty. I didn't want to break out my router sled because it just makes a horrendous mess. Although, as you see here, I wasn't using the vacuum to collect the dust on my track saw either. Since I wasn't going to use my router sled, I had to cut the slab in half so that I could fit it through my planer. Again, I'm taking multiple passes to get all the way through. In case you're wondering, I do have something under the slab, so I'm not going to cut into my table saw. In hindsight, I definitely should have used the router sled. The problem with doing it this way is it's very difficult to glue it back together with two live edge sides. And it didn't really go very well. I had to kind of change the way I did it onto the planer to get it flat on both sides. I did do a little skip planing, taking a little bit off at a time until it was perfectly flat. There was, of course, a ton of sanding to do. This was initially going to be the underside of the table, but because of the two live edges and my difficulty with clamping it, I had to change, and this now became the top because it had a better seam. Even though the other side wasn't terrible, it wasn't top-worthy. Now it's time to cut the slab down to its final length. I cut some off of both ends. I took multiple passes again to get all the way through. I saw Cam at Blacktail Studios do this little detail, and I really liked it, where he put a little bevel on the bottom of the table, kind of splitting the end in half, so there was a flat section and then a beveled section. I really liked it. I'm picking out some of the residue from the insects that had made a home at one point in this log, and then I'm going to fill them with CA glue. I'm cleaning up the edges of any loose debris. And more sanding. Ugh, I do not like sanding. A little water pop, and then of course, sanding once again. A lot of hand sanding now. Five coats of water-based poly, some hairpin legs, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great week.